Ibn al-Qayyim wrote in one of his books, Shifa al-Alil, he says that sometimes people say, what is the wisdom of Allah creating Iblis? What is the hikmah in the creation of Iblis? And of what he says in his book is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in His mercy, He manifested evil in a personality, in an entity. If Allah Azza wa Jal had willed, evil would not be in a particular entity. The fact that it is an entity, it actually makes you more conscious. It makes you more aware. You know what to fight. Fight shaitan. Inna shaytana lakum aduwwun. Allah says, shaitan is your enemy. فَاتَّخِذُوهُ عَدُوًّا. Take him as your enemy. And of them is the wisdom of the story of our father Adam and Iblis. There is a wisdom that our father was seduced by Iblis. That Iblis caused the downfall of our father. Anybody who harms our family, we're angry at him. Anybody who makes fun of our family, anybody who brings distress to my father, to my mother, he becomes an enemy. So when the very entity Iblis caused our downfall, how can we not hate him? How can we not despise him? Our biological father was harmed by Iblis, was kicked out of Jannah because of Iblis. How could we not have an animosity? It is Allah's wisdom that that very entity is alive right now. The same Iblis, not just his descendants, the same Iblis that did what he did, that is our enemy. And we have to be careful about taking him as a friend instead of an enemy. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions, of course, the story of Adam in half a dozen verses, to half a dozen times in the Quran. We need to think, why is the story of Adam mentioned so many times? The story of Iblis and the seduction of Iblis so many times? Because Allah wants us to know the reality of Iblis. He lied to our father Adam. He lied to him straight to his face. And he said, Allah has told you to not eat of this tree because Allah did not want to give you everlasting life. Blatant lie. If you eat of this tree, you will live forever. Blatant lie. He lied straight to the face of Adam. And our father Adam, like us, we believed. Temporarily we believed. And he slipped like we slip when we believe Iblis. And Iblis then said, well, tough luck. I promised. Allah promised. You believe my promise instead of me. And in one of those verses, Allah says, that once shaitan was kicked out, shaitan said to Allah that قال ربي بما أغويتني لأقعدن لهم صراطك المستقيم. Ya Rabb, Iblis is saying, it's ironic, even Iblis acknowledges Allah as a Rabb, even though he seduces mankind in rejecting Allah as a Rabb. Think about that. Iblis himself acknowledges Allah as a Rabb. And Iblis makes dua to Allah, قال ربي. Iblis is saying, Rabbi. And because he's not stupid, he's not foolish. He knows Allah created him. He's not denying that, but he wants to let others deny what he himself believes. So he said, oh my Rabb, because of you now. Of course, Iblis blames Allah. Because of you, لَأَقْعُدَنَّ لَهُمْ صِرَاطَكَ الْمُسْتَقِيمِ. I will sit on the Sirat al-Mustaqim, that is your Sirat. And I will block them from entering the Sirat. ثُمَّ لَآتِيَنَّهُمْ مِنْ بَيْنِ أَيْدِيهِمْ وَمِنْ خَلْفِهِمْ وَعَنْ أَيْمَانِهِمْ وَعَنْ شَمَائِلِهِمْ. And I'm going to attack from every angle, from the front, from the back, from the right, from the left. And you will find that most of your followers, most of your worshippers, they will not be thankful to you. And Allah Azza wa Jal told us of this story. We were not there. But Allah preserved the anecdote of the beginning like He narrated to us the anecdote of the future so that we know who Iblis is.